here. So this is how to restring a horn valve. First thing you got to do is loosen up 2 of the screws. Can you point to them, the 2 screws, real quick?
One I'm working on right now, and then the other one is right here.
So I might be too close. Oh yeah, this is better up here. We are at the 2012 WMEA conference. We thought we'd
First,
make
I'm
this.
Just trying to undo
Yeah, he's just undoing 2 screws. It's basically just the 2 screws that the actual string is going around, and he's loosening. Well, we're loosening it as if it broke, and then we're gonna restring it. Yes, I did. Coming around. This lady's a horn player. We're making a video for our studio.
Alright. So you make a knot in your string. You do that. You just get it.
Yep.
And you start on the upper hole. And you come through. That was actually really skilled. So you come through, make sure the knot is on the other side like relative to the valve.
Okay.
I'll just do this. So one thing you want to take into consideration is your valves over here. If you look, the springs are activating, so it's all tension based. So you want to try and even it out with the rest of them.
The valves?
Yeah,
you mean? Yeah.
Even the valves out. So you can either pull down on it to try and even it, or if you have your lap, it's a lot easier to do that.
Okay.
But when you're coming around, good thing to do is to make a loop that'll lock on itself. And so a way to do that is turn it, and as you can see, like the way this is going, do you see how that's going under?
Yeah.
This whole thing has to come around your screw. So this comes down to the bottom, and now that bit is over the top that I'm coming around the screw with.
And the reason for that is just extra security of the string on the horn.
So once you've got that locked around, which is a task in and of itself.
Really failing that. Great though. Great. Perfect. Great.
You know, I mentioned the figure 8 kind of wiring you got going on.
So you come around the screw, and then, like I said, you would twist it so that way this part that I'm holding in my hand is actually under. You can't really see that now, but is actually under the string coming around. So it can, when you tighten the screw down, it'll lock on itself. So the next thing you want to do now that you've got that tightened around is to make sure this piston or this bit that is your valve is all the way down on your cork, and then you can pull on the string to change your valve right here. If you see that, you can change how that'll work. So once that's tight, you just tighten this down onto the string. And that'll hold this in place, because now the spring is working against this screw, and if you do it right, you can leave it, and the string is working against this screw now, so this isn't going to pull anywhere, and this is locked down because of the cork. So you just make that nice and tight. Then the next thing you do is finish your loop around this screw, as you can see here. So you come back around the screw, and then there's a hole in the bottom of your valve lever, or the throw lever. I'll try and keep my tool out of the way. But you come through and out the other side, and you pull it nice and tight. The last step you have to worry about now is, again, our locking figure 8 type thingy. You want to get this bit under. If you see that it's under again, you just put the loop.
Let me try to get close up on that real quick.
You just put the loop like I've got right here under the under the screw. Pull nice and tight. I think I've got that right.
Yeah, it looks right.
Pull nice and tight, so that way there's no loose ends. Make sure this is obviously still apart, so that way you're not bumping anything. But once that's pulled nice and tight, you just screw this screw down again to lock the string. And now, assuming I did this right, which I hope I did.
Looks right.
Because that pressure is what's important.
Yeah.
It's that equal pressure on both sides.
So there, we've got this. It's not coming out. Generally, you want to try and get that knot under as well, but as you can see, this is working just fine.
Yay!
So what I would do is I would just loosen this up and make sure this knot is also under the screw, so there's no way this can come out. But
I did do it right.
This is like giving it a grab.
And basically, when in doubt, just use the other ones, the other valves as a reference.
yeah,
Because only one's probably going to break at a time, so just look at how the other ones are and follow that design. But again, it comes through here, comes around, 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 just kind of the figure 8, making sure it's under. Any other comments?
no, but hopefully that's useful to you Horn Studio members.
Yep.